As we age, time moves differently. The days feel shorter, the years move faster, and suddenly, you look in the mirror and realize your body isn't quite the same as it used to be. Your knees ache when you stand, your back feels tight in the morning, and stairs, once effortless, now demand your breath. But here's the truth few people ever say out loud. These changes are not simply a sign that you're getting old. They're signs that your body is asking for help. After 60, your muscles, joints, and heart are like an orchestra, one that slowly loses rhythm unless the conductor, you, keeps it moving. The good news? You can take back control. And the secret lies in something so simple, so powerful, that most people underestimate it completely. Daily movement. Not extreme workouts, not gym memberships, but 5 simple exercises, backed by science, that can literally decide whether you live your later years with independence and strength, or spend them watching life from the sidelines. So stay with me, because in this video, we're going to explore the 5 daily exercises every person over 60 should do before it's too late, each one designed to rebuild your balance, your stamina, and your confidence in your own body. And by the end, you'll understand exactly how to start today, even if you've never exercised a day in your life. Let's start with a little truth about the body after 60. At this stage of life, your muscles begin to lose what doctors call muscle mass density, or in simpler terms, strength. It's a natural process called sarcopenia, and it starts slowly in your 40s, but accelerates dramatically in your 60s and beyond. You see, every decade after 40, the average person loses up to 8% of their muscle mass. And that muscle doesn't just keep you strong. It helps you stay balanced, keeps your metabolism active, and protects your bones from breaking. When you stop moving, you lose more than just strength. You lose your stability, your confidence, your freedom. But here's the beautiful part. Muscle loss and frailty are not inevitable. Studies from Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and the National Institute on Aging all confirm that regular gentle movement can reverse up to 70% of functional decline in adults over 60. Yes, even if you start today, even if you feel weak or tired, your body still remembers how to grow stronger. Think about it. Your heart, your lungs, your legs, they're all muscles that respond to use. Use them, and they adapt. Ignore them, and they fade. And that's exactly why we begin with the most important exercise of all, the one that rebuilds your foundation from the ground up. Exercise number 1, the daily walk, the hidden medicine after 60. What if I told you that one of the most powerful medicines for your body after 60 doesn't come from a pill or a doctor's office, but from something as simple as walking? It might sound too basic to matter, but the truth is, walking remains the single most effective science-backed habit you can adopt to extend your life, protect your heart, and keep your mind sharp. Let's break down exactly why this humble movement is transforming how doctors view aging. 1. The science behind walking. Every step you take is like sending a gentle wake-up call through your entire body. It pumps oxygen through your bloodstream, strengthens your heart, and activates over 200 muscles working in perfect coordination. Researchers at the University of Massachusetts, 2022, discovered something astonishing. Older adults who consistently walked 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day cut their risk of early death by up to 50%, without any intense workouts or gym routines. And here's what's even more impressive. You don't need to do it all at once. Even 3 short 10-minute walks can deliver massive improvements in heart health, brain function, and joint mobility. Physical therapists often say, walking is controlled falling. Every single step challenges your body to stabilize itself, improving your balance, coordination, and reflexes with every movement. 2. How to begin. Even if you haven't moved in years. If it's been a while since you last exercised, start gently. Begin with just 5 minutes around your living room, hallway, or backyard. Add 1 or 2 minutes each week until you comfortably reach 30 minutes a day. No expensive shoes, no treadmill, no gym membership, just consistency. The true secret behind transformation. Remember this golden rule. Consistency beats intensity. Every single time. It's better to walk 20 minutes daily than to do one long, exhausting walk once a week. As you move, stand tall, take steady steps, and breathe deeply. Inhale energy and life. Exhale tension and fatigue. This rhythm turns walking into a moving meditation, connecting your body and mind. 3. The mental and emotional benefits. Walking doesn't just heal your body, it soothes your mind. It releases endorphins, reduces anxiety, and improves sleep quality. But beyond that, it offers something we've all forgotten how to find: clarity. When you walk outdoors, your brain naturally enters what scientists call the alpha state, the same state achieved through deep meditation. This is where your stress dissolves and creativity awakens. That's why great thinkers like Aristotle and Steve Jobs made walking their daily ritual. For those over 60, it's one of the simplest, most powerful ways to keep your mind sharp and your emotions grounded. 4. Real story. Martha's 5-minute miracle. Meet Martha, a 72-year-old grandmother from Oregon. 2 years ago, she struggled to walk to her mailbox without losing her breath. Her doctor warned that she might soon need a walker if she didn't start moving, so she began with just 5 minutes a day, slow, shaky, determined. It wasn't easy. Her legs trembled, her chest burned, but she kept showing up. 6 months later, Martha was walking 3 miles daily. Today, she hikes mountain trails with her grandchildren. Her doctor says her heart looks 15 years younger. When asked how she did it, Martha smiled and said, "I just kept showing up for myself." Every single day, even when it hurt. That's the secret. It's not about distance. It's about momentum, the invisible benefit of movement. Before we move on to the next exercise, there's a hidden truth most people don't realize. When we think about exercise, we think about muscles. But the real key to longevity lies in circulation. Every small movement you make, every contraction of your muscles, acts as a mini pump, pushing blood, oxygen, and nutrients throughout your body. Even gentle motion, like walking around the house, activates something scientists call your second heart. No, it's not in your chest, it's in your calves. Your calf muscles act as a powerful pump, sending blood back up to your heart and preventing swelling, fatigue, and even dangerous blood clots. That's why sitting too long makes your legs feel heavy or numb. It's your body's way of saying, "Please, move me." So follow this simple rule. Every 30 minutes, move for 3. Even if it's just standing, stretching, or walking to the kitchen, those 3 minutes could literally save your circulation. Now that you've laid the foundation with walking, it's time to strengthen the very thing that supports every step you take: your legs. Because after 60, leg strength isn't just about muscles, it's about independence. A 2021 study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine revealed that seniors who could perform 10 sit-to-stands, standing up from a chair without using their hands, were 3 times less likely to experience major health complications in the next decade. That's why in the next section, we'll dive into one of the most powerful and protective exercises for balance, mobility, and confidence: the chair squat. But before we go there, take a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you felt truly proud of your body? If it's been a while, that's okay, because your journey starts now, one steady step at a time. Why leg strength is everything after 60. There's a quiet truth about aging that few people talk about. You don't lose your independence when you turn 70. You lose it the moment you need help standing up from a chair. That simple movement, rising on your own, is actually one of the most accurate indicators of how long you'll remain healthy, mobile, and independent. A 2021 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine revealed something remarkable. Older adults who could sit down and stand up 10 times in a row without using their hands had a 30% lower risk of falling, a 40% lower risk of hospitalization, and lived longer overall. That's because the chair squat doesn't just measure strength. It reveals the harmony between your muscles, joints, and balance. And that's exactly what we're going to rebuild now. Understanding the chair squat. Before you begin, understand the power of this movement. Every time you stand up, a symphony of muscles comes to life. Your quadriceps at the front of your thighs, your gluteus maximus in your hips, and your hamstrings at the back of your legs. Together, they form the foundation of movement, what allows you to walk, climb stairs, or catch yourself if you stumble. The problem is, over time, those muscles weaken simply because we sit too much. Hours spent watching TV, reading, or sitting at the table, each one silently stealing strength from your legs. The chair squat reverses that. It restores the power to lift your own body weight, safely and with control. It's the exercise of independence. How to perform the chair squat. All you need is a sturdy chair without wheels. Place it against a wall for extra stability. Starting position. Stand in front of the chair with your feet about shoulder width apart. Point your toes slightly outward. Keep your chest open and your gaze forward. Controlled descent. Imagine you're about to sit down. Move your hips back first, then bend your knees. This protects your joints and targets the right muscles. Control point. Just before your body touches the chair, pause for 1 second. This brief hold activates your stabilizing muscles, the small ones that protect your knees and hips. Rising up. Press your feet firmly into the floor and return to standing. Exhale slowly and imagine the top of your head being pulled upward toward the ceiling. Start with 8 to 12 repetitions, rest for 1 minute, and repeat 3 times. If that's too much at first, start with 3 or 4 reps and build from there. What matters most is control, not speed, progression and safety. Once the basic movement becomes easier, you can safely increase the challenge. Hands-free squat. Try rising without pushing off your thighs. That's where true independence begins. Add light weight. Hold a water bottle or small dumbbell close to your chest. This adds gentle resistance without risk. Lower chair. Height. Use a slightly lower chair to increase your range of motion and build flexibility. If you feel pain in your joints, stop immediately. Muscle burn is normal. Joint pain is not. And if you have knee issues, place a cushion on the seat to reduce depth and strain. The science of movement memory. Few people realize this, but every time you perform a squat, your brain learns. It builds new neural pathways that enhance coordination, balance, and confidence. This process is called neuroplasticity, and it doesn't age. In fact, the more you move, the more your brain renews itself. Research published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who performed leg-strengthening exercises 3 times a week improved not only their balance, but also their memory and reaction time. In other words, every squat doesn't just strengthen your body, it strengthens your brain. Frank's story. Frank was 78 when his daughter called a physical therapist. He had fallen twice in 1 month, once in the kitchen and once on the porch. Nothing was broken, but something much deeper was lost. His confidence. They started slowly, 3 chair squats, twice a day. At first, he needed his hands to push himself up. A week later, he could do 5 on his own. A month later, 15. After 3 months, Frank didn't just stop falling. He stopped fearing movement. He went back to gardening, walking to the mailbox, and meeting friends for coffee. When asked what changed, he said, "I stopped waiting for someone to catch me. I learned to catch myself." That's the true power of the chair squat. More than an exercise, it's a declaration of independence, invisible benefits. Beyond strength, the chair squat brings benefits you can't see, but you can feel. It improves bone density, reduces the risk of osteoporosis, enhances circulation, balances hormones, and naturally increases testosterone and growth hormone levels, both vital for energy and vitality. But most importantly, it reconnects you with your body. Many older adults begin to doubt their own movements. They hesitate, hold on to furniture, or move cautiously. The chair squat rebuilds that trust. It reminds you that your body still responds, still holds power, still lives within you, mind and muscle. While performing the exercise, try this simple mental focus technique. As you lower yourself, think, "I am grounded." As you rise, say to yourself, "I am strong." These affirmations transform effort into meaning. They help your brain associate movement with confidence, not limitation. Psychologists call this cognitive anchoring, when body and mind begin to work in harmony. That's how exercise stops feeling like duty and becomes joy. Avoid these common mistakes to ensure safety and results. Knees collapsing inward. Keep them aligned with your toes. Heels lifting off the ground. Keep your whole foot flat for proper glute activation. Leaning too far forward. Keep your chest upright and eyes forward. Rushing through the motion. Slower means more control and strength. Small corrections make a big difference. The connection to longevity. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest living people, older adults squat daily, often without realizing it. They sit down and stand up from the floor many times each day, keeping their muscles and joints active for life. Scientists call this functional longevity, the ability to perform everyday tasks independently, even into your 80s and 90s. The chair squat is the modern Western version of that same movement. It's not about chasing youth, it's about preserving freedom. The freedom to get up, move, and live life on your own terms. Now that we've built your foundation with the chair squat, it's time to move upward. Literally. Let's strengthen the center of your body, your core and hips, the control center of every step, gesture, and movement. Because strong legs without a stable core can't sustain confidence. Our next exercise is the bridge. Simple, restorative, and deeply transformative. It not only strengthens your body, but awakens a sense of balance and lightness you may have forgotten was still within you. Why hip and core strength matter after 60. There's a quiet change that happens as we age, one that sneaks up slowly, year after year. It's not your eyesight or even your memory that fades first. It's your strength, especially in your hips and core. These muscles are the silent guardians of your balance, posture, and mobility. And when they weaken, everything else begins to follow. Your stride shortens, your back hurts more often, and even simple movements like standing up or bending forward start to feel heavier. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy revealed something eye-opening. Older adults with weak hip extensors and core muscles were 68% more likely to experience a fall within a single year. Think about that. Not tripping, not slipping, but simply losing balance while doing everyday things like reaching for laundry or stepping off a curb. The good news? You can reverse this decline, and all it takes is one simple movement. The bridge. The science behind the bridge. The bridge may look gentle, but it's one of the most powerful exercises for protecting your body after 60. Here's what it activates. Gluteus maximus and medius, the engine of your hips. They stabilize your pelvis and protect your lower back. Hamstrings, support your hips and keep your knees steady. Deep core muscles, transversus abdominis. These wrap around your spine like a natural brace. Erector, spinae. Keep your spine upright and strong. Research from the University of Pittsburgh shows that strengthening these muscles can cut fall risk by up to 50%, improve walking efficiency, and even reduce chronic lower back pain. And the best part? You can do the bridge anywhere. No equipment, no gym, no impact. How to do the bridge? Let's go step by step. Step 1. Setup. Lie on your back on a comfortable surface. A yoga mat or carpet is ideal. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Let your arms rest naturally at your sides, palms down. Step 2. Engage your core. Gently pull your belly button toward your spine. This small action activates your deep abdominal muscles and protects your lower back. Step 3. Lift your hips. Press your heels into the floor and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Keep your core tight. Don't arch your back. Step 4. Hold stay in this position for 3 to 5 seconds. Breathe deeply, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Step 5. Lower. Slowly, lower your hips under control. Don't just drop. This slow return builds real strength. Step 6. Repeat. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions. Rest for a minute, then complete 3 sets. How to progress safely. Once you feel stronger, you can increase the challenge gradually. Single leg bridge. Lift one leg toward the ceiling while keeping your hips high. Great for balance and symmetry. Bridge pulses. At the top, pulse your hips slightly up and down 3 to 5 times. Builds endurance. Resistance band bridge. Place a band around your thighs and push outward as you lift. Strengthens hip stabilizers. The hidden health benefits. The bridge does more than build muscle. It restores vitality from the inside out, protects the spine. Core stability eases pressure on vertebrae and prevents injuries. Improves hip mobility, keeps joints flexible and movement smooth. Boosts balance, retrains your brain and muscles to move in sync. Enhances circulation. The lifting motion pumps blood through your lower body. A 2023 study in clinical interventions in aging found that seniors who practiced the bridge for 12 weeks had 24% stronger glutes, 18% better hip mobility, 32% less lower back discomfort. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't arch your back. Keep your abs tight and tilt your pelvis slightly upward. Don't place your feet too far out. Keep them close enough so you feel your glutes doing the work. Don't hold your breath. Steady breathing improves control and endurance. Don't rush. Slow, mindful movement is where true progress happens. Your brain-body connection. Here's something fascinating. Every bridge you perform also trains your nervous system. When you lift and hold, your brain coordinates signals between your spine, core, and hips. This sharpens proprioception, your body's sense of balance and position. Studies show seniors who strengthen these areas improve their reaction time by up to 25%, allowing them to recover faster if they trip or lose balance. In other words, the bridge teaches your brain how to protect your body. Mindful movement. To get the most from this exercise, combine movement with intention. As you lift, silently repeat, "I am strong. I am stable. I am capable." These words connect mind and muscle, turning effort into empowerment. Feel your body supporting you again. That's not just strength, that's freedom. Now that you've built strength in your hips and core, it's time to focus on the next pillar of mobility, balance and ankle control. In the next section, we'll dive into a simple yet powerful movement. Standing heel raises with balance challenge. It may look easy, but it trains one of the most overlooked systems in aging, the ability to stay upright, steady, and confident with every step. Because after 60, balance isn't luck, it's muscle memory. Why calf and ankle strength matter after 60. There's a hidden threat to independence after 60, and it's not heart disease or arthritis, it's falls. According to the National Council on Aging, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year. Even more alarming, falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths in older adults. But here's what most people don't realize. Many of these falls can be prevented with one simple fix: strengthening your calves and ankles. Your calves are more than just muscles. They act like a second heart, pumping blood from your lower legs back toward your chest. When they weaken, circulation slows, swelling increases, and fatigue sets in faster. Even worse, your body loses its quick reaction time, the ability to catch yourself when you stumble. That's why strengthening your calves and ankles is one of the most powerful and overlooked ways to protect your independence. The science behind standing heel raises. A groundbreaking 2023 study from the National Institute on Aging found that older adults with strong calf muscles were 71% less likely to require assisted living within 10 years, 64% less likely to suffer a serious fall, and significantly better at maintaining walking speed, coordination, and overall stability. The secret lies in something called eccentric loading, the strength you build as you lower your heels back down. That slow, controlled movement strengthens not only your muscles and tendons, but also your brain's communication with your body. And according to Japan's Longevity Research Center, seniors who practice single-leg heel raises regularly had arterial flexibility equivalent to people 15 years younger. So when you train your calves, you're not just building strength. You're literally slowing down the clock on aging. How to do standing heel raises. Let's break it down. Step 1. Setup. Stand behind a sturdy chair or countertop for light support. Keep your feet hip-width apart, toes pointing straight forward. Step 2. Lift heels. Rise slowly onto the balls of your feet. Squeeze your calf muscles at the top. That's where the magic happens. Step 3. Balance. Hold. Pause at the top for 2 to 3 seconds. Keep your knees straight, but not locked, and your gaze forward. This trains your inner ear balance system. Step 4. Lower. Slowly. Lower your heels over 3 to 4 seconds, resisting gravity. This slow phase builds deep strength and tendon resilience. Step 5. Repetitions. Start with 10 to 15 reps. Do 2 to 3 sets, 3 times a week. Once you feel steady, try the single-leg version. Safe progression options. When the basic version feels easy, challenge yourself safely. Single-leg heel. Raises. Lift one leg while balancing on the other. Great for ankle stability and coordination. Add weight. Hold light dumbbells or water bottles to increase resistance. Tempo training. Slow reps, 3 to 4 seconds up and down. Build endurance. Fast reps, 1 second up and down. Train quick reaction time. Mixing tempos challenges both muscle fibers and reflexes. George, age 75, had always been active. But lately, he found himself tripping on small curbs, walking slower, and feeling unsure on uneven ground. His physical therapist introduced him to standing heel raises. Simple, controlled, consistent. At first, his calves burned, but he stuck with it. After just 6 weeks, everything changed. His balance improved dramatically. Swelling in his ankles disappeared. He walked farther and faster than he had in years. At 76, George started volunteering again at his community garden, something he once thought he'd never do. When asked what made the difference, he said simply, "I stopped being afraid of falling because I knew my body would catch me." Hidden health benefits. This one movement strengthens far more than your legs. Improves circulation. Each lift acts like a pump, pushing blood back toward your heart. Enhances brain health. Balance work activates the cerebellum and motor cortex, sharpening focus and reaction time. Prevents foot and ankle injuries. Reduces the risk of plantar fasciitis, tendinitis, and sprains. Boosts cognition. A 2022 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that improved blood flow from lower body exercises directly supports memory and attention. Common mistakes to avoid. Bouncing too fast. Reduces muscle engagement and strains joints. Fix. Move slowly. Feel the muscle working through the full range. Gripping the chair too tightly. Limits your balance training. Fix. Use it only for light touch. Try letting go as you improve. Ignoring your core. Constrain your back. Fix. Keep your belly gently pulled in toward your spine. Skipping single leg work. misses the most powerful balance benefits. Fix. Add single leg raises once your base is strong. The neurological connection. Here's the fascinating truth. Heel raises aren't just about muscle. They train your nervous system. Every lift sends signals from the tiny proprioceptors in your feet and ankles up to your brain. With practice, your nervous system becomes faster, more precise, and more confident at catching imbalances before they become falls. In one University of British Columbia study, seniors who practiced heel raises improved their reaction speed by up to 23%, enough to prevent most trips from turning into dangerous falls. This is why these small, simple exercises are more powerful than they look. Mindful movement and motivation. To amplify your results, move with focus and intention. As you lift, feel your muscles tighten, your balance steady, and your body awaken. Visualize your blood flowing freely through strong, youthful legs. Repeat silently, I am stable. I am strong. I am independent. That's not just a mantra. It's a message to your nervous system. You are safe in your body again. Now that you've built strength in your legs, hips, core, and calves, and restored your balance, it's time to complete the circle. Next, we'll focus on your upper body with an exercise that improves posture, coordination, and daily functional strength. Wall push-ups with hold. It's simple, safe, and incredibly effective, and studies show 94% of seniors can start it right away, even with limited mobility. Because aging well isn't about pushing harder, it's about rebuilding smarter from the ground up. Why upper body strength matters after 60. When people think about aging and losing strength, they usually focus on legs, balance, or heart health. But here's something most seniors never hear. Your upper body strength is one of the biggest predictors of independence. Simple everyday tasks, pushing open a heavy door, lifting groceries, getting out of bed, or even catching yourself during a stumble, all depend on the strength of your shoulders, chest, arms, and core. According to a 2023 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, adults over 60 lose up to 3% of upper body muscle mass each year if they don't actively train it. That decline doesn't just make you weaker, it increases your risk of injuries and falls. The science behind wall push-ups with hold. Wall push-ups with hold aren't just a substitute for traditional push-ups. They're a smarter, safer way to build real-world strength. Why? Because they train functional movement patterns, the same ones you use dozens of times every day without realizing it. Research shows that slow wall push-ups with a pause at the bottom activate more muscle fibers than faster, traditional versions, improving strength, endurance, and coordination. In a 2023 trial, seniors who practiced wall push-ups with hold increased upper body strength by 34% in just 8 weeks, outperforming standard resistance routines. Even better, the hold phase builds proprioception, your body's awareness of where it is in space, which plays a key role in preventing falls. How to perform wall push-ups with hold. Step 1. Setup. Stand an arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat at shoulder height and shoulder width apart, feet together or slightly apart for stability. Step 2. Lean in slowly. Bend your elbows and lower your chest toward the wall. Keep your back straight, your core engaged, and your eyes forward. Step 3. Hold position. Pause for 3 to 5 seconds near the wall. Feel your shoulders, chest, arms, and core working in unison. Step 4. Push back slowly. Return to starting position over about 2 seconds. Avoid jerking or locking your elbows. Step 5. Reps and sets. Start with 5 to 10 reps, then build up to 15 reps. Do this 3 to 4 times per week. Progression strategies. Adjust foot distance. Step back slightly for more challenge. Tempo training. Try 2 seconds down, 5-second hold, 2 seconds up. Add pulses. At the bottom, Do 3 small pulses before pushing back. This increases muscle activation and control. Additional health benefits. Wall push-ups with hold deliver more than muscle. Fall prevention. Better shoulder and core stability improves your ability to react quickly. Bone health. Weight-bearing movement boosts bone density in the wrists, arms, and chest. Posture and alignment. Counteracts rounded shoulders and back stiffness. Cardiovascular boost. Improves circulation and oxygen flow. A 2023 University of British Columbia study found that seniors doing this movement regularly improved reaction time by 23%, a life-saving difference in real-world balance situations. Common mistakes and fixes. Rushing through reps. Use slow, controlled movement, 2 to 3 to 2 tempo. Sagging hips or rounded back. Keep your core gently engaged and spine neutral. Skipping the hold. The pause builds balance and proprioception. Don't skip it. Inconsistency. The magic happens through repetition. Aim for at least 3 times a week. Neurological and functional impact. Every time you hold that push-up position, your brain is learning. Your neural pathways strengthen, improving coordination, reaction speed, and control, all of which protect you from falls and injuries. It's not just physical training. It's brain training for your body. Each repetition is a reminder that you're still in charge of your body. As you lean toward the wall, inhale strength. As you push away, exhale confidence. Silently repeat to yourself, I am strong. I am capable. I am in control. This mindful connection between breath, movement, and intention amplifies every benefit. Let's recap the 5 science-backed exercises proven to outperform walking for older adults. Bird dog hold progressions, core stability, coordination, and brain activation. Modified chair squats, lower body power and walking strength. Seated leg lifts with resistance, hip and quad mobility for daily movement. Standing heel raises with balance challenge, calf power, circulation, and ankle stability. Wall push-ups with hold, upper body strength, posture, and confidence. Total time, 20 to 25 minutes, 3 to 4 days a week. Total impact, a stronger, more balanced, more independent life. If you take one message from this series, let it be this. It's never too late to rebuild your strength. These 5 exercises aren't just movements. They're a roadmap back to confidence, energy, and independence. Imagine yourself 6 weeks from now, walking taller, lifting groceries easily, moving without hesitation, feeling steady, stable, and alive. That version of you is absolutely possible, and it starts with one small decision today. Here's your challenge. Pick one of these exercises and do it right now. Then share your experience, your age, where you're from, and which exercise you tried. Let's build a community of strong, capable adults, proving that life after 60 is not about slowing down. It's about leveling up. Because the secret isn't perfection, it's progression. Every single rep is a vote for the future you want. Start today. Stay consistent. Your stronger, safer, more confident self is waiting.